Nervous when you speak English? This video is for you. My name's Michael Anton. I'm an English communication coach, and it's my goal to help you speak English confidently, clearly, and fluently. In today's video, I'm going to give you a few reasons why you feel nervous when you speak English and a couple ways to fix this problem. I like to get straight to the point, so let's get into the video. First of all, I need to talk to you about what causes you to feel nervous when you speak. And there's actually one simple cause. Feeling nervous is a problem that is all in your head. All in your head. It really does not have much to do with the environment or the people around you. The cause of your anxiety is the fact that you're creating a mental barrier in your head. Now, I know it doesn't help you to hear this, but the first step to solving a problem is actually knowing what the problem is. So if you want to feel more confident when you speak English, you need to know that the only thing stopping you is your mindset. And as we continue with the video today, I want you to keep this in mind. Probably the biggest reason why you feel nervous when you speak is because you care what other people think. You need to stop caring what other people think. Yeah, sure, it's good to care at some level, but you can't let this prevent you from feeling confident. Maybe you feel that native speakers judge you when you speak. Well, I can tell you that 9 times out of 10, they are not judging you. They're probably more focused on what's going on in their own lives. And even if somebody does judge you, so what? That's not your problem. That's their problem. Maybe you feel embarrassed about having an accent. Who cares? Everyone has an accent when speaking another language. English speakers have accents when we speak other languages. It's not really a big deal. When you care what other people think, you actually give them power over you, which is why it's so important that you try to get rid of this bad habit. Now, this takes me to my next point. When a student comes to me and tells me they're nervous when they speak, what this tells me is deep down, they're afraid of making mistakes. They might also be a perfectionist and want everything they say to be perfect. And that's really not realistic. In fact, I would argue that making mistakes is actually a good thing. And it's a good thing because when you make mistakes, you give yourself a chance to learn from them. Mistakes actually allow you to improve. It's okay to make mistakes, but it's not okay to not learn from them. So you need to try to change your mindset and change the way you think about making mistakes. Do not treat mistakes as your enemy. Instead, you should actually think about them as your friends. When you do this, you will feel more comfortable making mistakes, and as a result, you will feel more confident when you speak. Now, we've come up with 2 reasons why you feel nervous, and I want to give you the solution to your speaking anxiety. But before I get into that, don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you're finding this video useful. And of course, leave a comment below because I love hearing from you. You can also connect with me on Instagram and TikTok. My username on both is English@the-ready. And if you want to learn how you can take your English to the next level this year, go to www.englishattheready.com or click the link in the description below. With that said, let's get back into the video. Now, you might be asking yourself, what practical action can I take to improve my speaking anxiety? And the answer is simple. You need to speak more. If you avoid speaking English because you feel nervous, this creates what we call a negative feedback loop. Basically, you feel nervous, so you avoid speaking to people. And since your English is not getting better, you're going to feel more nervous and more frustrated. So it becomes this negative cycle, and you need to break this cycle. Yes, I know it's hard to speak a foreign language. You might feel nervous, you might not feel confident, and you will make mistakes. But you need to take the first step, which is to get out of your comfort zone and speak. Think about learning English like going to the gym. When you go to the gym for the first time in your life, you probably won't feel very confident. You probably won't know what you're doing, and you might even feel weak. But if you keep going consistently, after 6 months, 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, you will get in better shape. You will build muscle. You will look better, and you will feel better. It's exactly the same when learning a foreign language. When you first start, you won't feel very confident. But the more you do it, the easier it will become. And the easier it becomes, the more confident you will feel, and so on and so on. So essentially, you are breaking this cycle. So this eventually turns into what we call a positive feedback loop. So bottom line, the most important thing to do is to speak. Even if you feel nervous, even if you don't want to, you just need to speak. Get out of your comfort zone. Do things you don't want to do. And eventually it will become easier. I can promise you that 100%. Now, this is a huge topic and there are a lot of other things I could add. But I want to keep this video as short and as clear as possible. Remember, the cause of your anxiety is all in your head. You need to stop caring what other people think. You need to be okay with making mistakes. And most importantly, you need to get out of your comfort zone and start speaking. Now, if you found this video helpful, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to English at the Ready for more lessons about all things English. If you want to improve your English this year, go to www.englishattheready.com or click the link in the description below. You can connect with me on Instagram and TikTok. My username on both is English at the Ready. I'll see you in the next video.